What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to New York Giants Conversation. It's your boy NYG22, aka Unpopular Opinion Sports, right here with Big Pat Sports Talk, man. And we got some stuff to get into. Giants starting to get their top 30 visits together, so we're gonna get into that. They've visiting a couple players. Skattebo making some news. Unfortunately, not of the good variety. And also going to get into do the Giants have the best defense in the NFC East? All that much more, man. But before I do, Pat, man, what's good with you, man? How you feeling, bro? Talk to the people.
Yeah, I'm feeling pretty good this Sunday morning. Talk some Giants football for you guys. Keep it holding it down for you guys in Giants Convo on Sundays until the season starts. We're going to start doing Convo and calling the games for you. But Giants' best defense in the NFC East, we'll see. I'm trying to see what the Skattebo say. And we're going to talk about that a lot more, man, right here on Giants Conversations.
All right, man. We're going to get right into it, man, right here after the intro, man. Let's get it.
Welcome to Giants Convo.
All right, man. Back at it. All right, man. Let's talk here a little bit about some of the moves or some of the visits that the New York Giants are starting to get into. And they got one here. Let's see. Let me sure I'm sharing the right tab. All right, got you. All right. So Nick Dawkins, Giants having Nick Dawkins in for a pre-draft visit. Got a Penn State O-lineman. So a lot of people talking about the big man, Vega, man, but they're bringing this guy in. They're bringing Nick Dawkins. So let's see a little bit about Nick Dawkins here as we get into it. Where's my report at? Oh, yeah, this is a video, actually. So I'll hear a little bit about this kid.
I came here to play football, and nothing that I could control was going to stop me from getting to where I wanted to go.
Nick definitely has gone through a lot here. Whether it's being a backup to being injured, it's not easy to do that. Playing offensive line is just about as mental as it is physical. If you're not in the right headspace, it's not going to work out for you.
You're working your tail off. You're putting everything into it. You question, why aren't they giving me this shot? Leaving didn't even feel right. Starting somewhere else didn't even feel right. This is home for me. So snap back to the process, snap back to the grind, snap back to what you work for. Saying it out loud as opposed to thinking was a complete different mindset for me. Once I was able to get that thought out and hear how I sounded, it was like, man, what are we doing right now? This offseason, every single day, I knew I wanted to be an elite guy. I'm a guy that wants to help this team out and be a game changer on the offensive line. Before we came back to school, I was in it, working out, watching tape, getting sets, because I understood that this role was going to demand the most out of me. So I needed to dump the most into myself.
He's fought to get on the field, had a lot of ups and downs and definitely days that didn't go his way, but he never wavered.
In the day and age of the transfer portal where guys typically don't wait around, he's waited all this time to be a starter, and right now he's playing really well.
I waited 4 seasons to start here. With this new position, with starting, it just feels natural.
Nick Dawkins, their center, who's been playing really well. He's playing some of the best football of his life right there in the middle.
I definitely use Nick's story as motivation. I use it as a tool because not everybody in that room is playing. They see that one day I could have that opportunity if I just stick with it and I attack every day and have the mindset and the energy and the effort and the leadership that Nick has.
My dad, Daryl Dawkins.
So you see, it's Daryl Dawkins' son.
First player drafted in high school to the NBA. He was a pioneer of his time, and but I just remember him as dad. I was 13 years old when my dad passed away. He passed away at the age of 58. I wear 53 because that's what my dad wore. To this day, I still watch my dad's highlights before every game. I went on YouTube and looked up, just some highlights from him, some interviews, and for some reason, it was just a random career tribute to my dad, and behind it had the reading "If" by Rudyard Kipling. And it's a father's advice to his son. There's a huge part. It's like, if you can walk with kings nor lose the common touch. And I think that kind of goes right into why I started my foundation, the Dawkins Family Foundation. We got it started, and that was 2022. My family and my dads, my uncles, and my grandparents, they've always been active in the community. They've always been trying to give back and always wanted to give back and doing so. And now we're able to do it collectively as a family.
Nick does a lot of things for his family foundation. Getting the chance to go out there with him and watch how the whole community comes together for Nick and to help him and his foundation.
If you could have an impact on the field, great. But if you could have an impact off the field and really impact lives and just help people that are in bad situations.
All right, y'all can go watch the rest of that. It's on New York. It's on NFL Mock Draft Database website. But what do y'all think about Nick Dawkins? Of course, as I mentioned, he is the son of Daryl Dawkins. Also, as you see here, his cousin is Brian Dawkins and Carl Anthony Towns. So large, big family, big sports family.
A lot of bloodline within it. That's for sure.
Yeah, some stars in there, of course. Definitely. So, but what do you guys think about this guy? He is, let's see, where is his measurables here? I couldn't get a scouting report on him, but if the Giants sign him, we would definitely get you that. But he's 6'4", 305-pound interior lineman. Played 54 games at Penn State, 28 starts, 16 of them coming at center in 2024. So that might be signaling us something for your boy John Michael Smith too, if they looking at guys like this, man. But go ahead. What's your thoughts, Pat, Shaq?
I think it's a very good thing, and if they bring them in for a top 30 visit, they must think pretty high of them. It's a top 30 visit, but yeah.
Well, I think Penn State, there's a qualifier here. Penn State qualifies as local for the Giants, Jets, and Eagles, I think. So just keep that in mind. I don't think it's a top 30 visit. I think the local visits, I think they get a separate like pool to do it locally. Coach may know if Coach is still in the chat, man, but I think that's how they do it. So this might not count, but they're definitely looking at them. So yeah.
Okay, so 6'4", 305. That's pretty good size at the center position. He played pretty well at Penn State this past season. I think he got maybe third all Big Ten honors, I believe. He played pretty darn well, and he's athletic at the center position, which John Harbaugh likes his lineman to be pretty athletic. As you can see, he was pulling pretty well out there at Penn State, so I wouldn't mind. So whether this is a top 30 or if it counts like a local visit, like you said, like they do with Rutgers and some other schools out there in Jersey, they do that every year too. I think it's dope, man, and he's battle tested.
Yeah,
he stayed at Penn State. He didn't leave and try to find somewhere else. He stayed there until he got the chance to start, and he shined while he did it. So you know he's a hard worker. You know that he can go through adversity. You know, he came back from injury and being benched or not starting to basically his senior year, and he got in there and he showed out. So yeah, if they do bring this kid in, it'll be way better than Schlottman or whoever we had.
Yeah, right.
So maybe this guy can, you know, show his athleticism, and Harbaugh start giving him another look. And John Michael Smith might have to, you know, step his game up. Bring a guy like this in here, especially if you can get him like the 4th or 5th round pick. Heck yeah, all day.
Yeah, man, no doubt, man. But Giants looking at some other players as well. Coach will like this one. Khalid McManus. I can't that name's that's a hard name. Khalid McManus. So they're bringing him in for a visit. Imagine as a, you know, low round or undrafted
that's what they be doing. It's that pro that they do.
Local.
Yeah, they bring all the local people into one area and let them all work out. They do that every year, and there'd be a lot of Rutgers players. I think they saw Victor Cruz at one of those things that they did, like a local pro day for all the local people to come out. So that'd be pretty cool to see what he could do out there.
Yeah, so we don't talk about the quarterback position a lot because of Jackson Dart, and everybody's, you know, pretty much saying he's solid, you know, and he's going to be the starter, which is true. But you always need that backup. Now you got Jameis Winston, and that's a good backup to have. But I wouldn't mind adding talent at the quarterback position either. I mean, you don't got Russell Wilson no more, you know. So if you can get this guy maybe on your practice squad or something like that, let him develop for a couple years, you know. Maybe you put him in a backup role in a couple years, and shit, you know, something happens to Dart, you got a guy. You know, that's how I always think about it. Always think about injuries when you come to the New York Giants. You know what I'm saying? You always think about injuries. And I feel like every player on the Giants is going to have at least one major injury where they're going to miss like the season or most of the season. It's already happened to Neighbors. Hopefully he got his out the way. Skattebo got his out the way. Dart shit coming, bro. I'm telling you, his shit coming. So be smart, Giants. Don't be out there with nobody behind them. Then you putting in goddamn, like that one year they was putting in, who they put in, man? The dude with the long neck, bro. That shit was a disaster.
Oh, Mike Glennon.
Yeah, man. Like, god damn, they was down bad that year, boy. They had Jake Fromm from State Farm and everybody playing out there, bro. But yeah, Giants are definitely looking at the quarterback position, bringing in some local kids, Penn State kids. So I imagine they get that what's his name? How you pronounce his name?
Vega.
Yeah,
my big guy on that.
these names be killing me, man.
Yeah.
That's why I live in the era of nicknames. You know what I'm saying? Like when you trying to pronounce your whole name, gee, you got a crazy name. But all right. So let's get into a little bit of Mr. Cam Skattebo and some of the things he's under hot fire for. So cue it up for y'all. Let's pause the music here for a sec. We're going to hear what he had to say about CTE. Now, disclaimer, Cam Skattebo has apologized. This was kind of a news story that kind of cycled through over the weekend. So he did come out with an apology, but let's just see what he had to say on this one.
I think asthma's pretty kind of taken off. Like, okay, run through my first place. Yeah, exactly. Do you think CTE is a real thing? No. It's an excuse. I think asthma's an excuse too. Yeah. Is that a hot take? No, that's a good take. That's valid. Yes, asthma's fake. Is there anything worse than when you're in 4th grade and someone's huffing and puffing, you're just soft? Yeah, just literally be better. Breathe air. Pretty kind of taken off. Like, okay, run through my first place. Yeah, exactly. Do you think CTE is a real thing? No.
All right. So Cam Skattebo, in this little interview right here, has got people in the Giants community up in arms about, says CTE isn't real. Now people saying he was joking, and Skattebo's mom tweeted out. Let's see if I could get that for y'all real quick. Yeah, this is what Becky Skattebo had to say about it. If only, I'm guessing that's his mom. If only people knew how many times Cam had to run and get mom's inhaler, they'd realize the sarcasm. You'll never make everyone happy, and you'll never say all the right things. People are bound to spend something sooner or later in a direction it was never intended to go. Cam Skattebo, as you see the apology here, says, I recently did an interview, had a lapse in judgment, which resulted in me making a tasteless joke about CTE and asthma. It was never my intention to downplay the seriousness of a head injuries or asthma. I sincerely apologize to anyone that was offended by my remarks. End quote. Pat, I could probably put this one on the money or out of pocket. Let me hold on.
Out of pocket for that shit. Way out of pocket.
So is Cam Skattebo out of pocket with his comments?
No. It was a joke. You can literally tell the interview was smiling when he was asking them the question. You can't tell it was a joke. He said it was actually kind of funny. It was like, just breathe. And then his mom literally came out and said, you know how many times this kid had to go get my inhaler? It's a joke. They were pretty much almost laughing, saying it. Like, people take stuff so serious. They want to make a story out of everything, bro. Man, he ain't out of pocket. The people that's trying to make this a story out of pocket. Let the kid live, man. Let him joke. Let him have some fun, man. It's not like he's saying, you guys are bums. CTE is not real. Those guys are dumb. No, man, it was joking around on a podcast. If you know the dude's persona, if you actually knew the dude, maybe you'd be able to judge when he's joking and when not joking. But we live in a world where everybody want to take everything serious because everybody looking for the next story. Mm-hmm. And that's all it's about, bro. Let the kid live. The dude's, 24? Let him live. He was literally joking. You could tell that he's joking. You can feel the energy off him when he was joking. Like, oh, it's asthma. Just breathe. That's actually kind of funny because all you gotta do is just breathe. But his mother had asthma, so you know he's joking now. But we're still gonna make something out of it. So it is what it is. Just the world. Don't listen to it. Get healthy and go play some football, kid. That's all I gotta say about that.
That's all I got to say about that one, says Pat. All right. Let's get into a little article here by Patricia Trainer. And I'm gonna lead this article into we'll come back to On the Money or Out of Pocket. I got some more stuff for y'all, but I do want to talk about this for a second. It says the biggest factor that has hurt the Giants roster building process, a lack of homegrown talent, underscores the Giants' draft and development struggles, raising concerns about their long-term roster building strategy. Let's dive into what Miss Patricia Trainer has to say. All right. So key takeaways: the Giants draft has lacked punch. The Giants currently rank near the bottom of the NFL in homegrown talent, which suggests ongoing struggles to draft and develop players effectively. Data shows a heavy reliance on externally acquired players, aka free agents. The lack of consistent draft, develop, retain strategy could be a strong factor in the roster struggles to improve. So it says, according to premium metrics compiled by Over the Cap, the Giants currently rank 30th in terms of the number of homegrown players originally drafted and developed by the Giants on their roster with 32. That comes to 41.6% of the roster. Not surprisingly, right below them are the Dolphins, 28, the Titans, 26. Two teams like the Giants didn't even come close to sniffing the postseason this past year. Those were also teams like the Giants that underwent massive overhauls, starting with their respective coaching staffs. Meanwhile, up at the top of the food chain are, guess who? The Baltimore Ravens, who have 41 homegrown players and a team that just barely missed the playoffs in 2025. The Rams with 44, the Bucks with 43, the Bills with 42, the defending Super Bowl champion Seahawks with 45, and the Jaguars with 40 players drafted and developed on their roster. So those are the metrics that that she uses here. Says, I'm gonna read a little bit more here. So the Giants, who have 45 players on their roster with NFL origins from other teams, need to start flipping how they built their roster. Interestingly, the Giants have the most players on the roster, their own and acquired, who were drafted in the first round, 12, just behind the Atlanta Falcons, who have 14. In the second and third rounds, the Giants have, shall we say, had their challenges. They have 3 second-rounders on the roster, according to the data, second fewest league-wide, and 8 from the third round, which placed them 16th. So you can go to SI and read this. I don't want to be too long-winded because we want to get into the discussion. But what do you think about this, Pat? What do you think about the Giants' overall roster building strategy? Now, they have made trades for Burns. They bought in some free agents, Jermaine Illuminors, and so on and so forth. They do have some young talent, though. And we're going to get a little bit more into that in the next segment. But what are your thoughts, particularly about what she said and the Giants. Is it been a draft issue? Like, what's been the problem here? Because everybody's going to point to Joe Shane, Brian Dable, and yada, yada, yada. But I beg to differ that this has been a problem that's been going on for years, going back to Jerry Reese. But what's your thoughts?
It's been a lack of development, like I've been saying for the past 4 to 5 years. There's lack of development. I don't care who you draft. If you're not developing, they're not going to turn out to be what they're supposed to be. Hence why all these players, when they go to different teams, they start balling out. It's obvious. The lack of development in this building before John Harbaugh got here, whether it was Dabo, whether it was Judge, whether it was Pat Shermer, whether it was McAdoo, whoever, all the way back to McAdoo, it's been bad. The development stopped after they got rid of Tom Coughlin and his staff. With Gilbride and those boys, they had a system. They got players. They learned the system, and the system they went out there and produced. You got these guys coming in here wanting to prove something, like McAdoo wanting to prove that he's an offensive genius, like Dabo want to prove he's an offensive genius. You got Joe Judge who just wanted to prove he can coach. Pat Shermer, you didn't even let him finish developing what he was trying to develop for Daniel Jones, because maybe that could have worked for Daniel Jones because he balled out his rookie season besides the fumbles. So it's been a lack of development in this building. I've been saying it for how many years? The proof is in the pudding. You can't keep none of your drafted players because you can't develop them. And then when they leave or you trade them, they start shining, turn into Pro Bowlers.
Yeah, they get developed.
So it's not about always choosing the best player, quote unquote, like the player's just gonna come and just change everything. You rarely get players like that. They have to be developed. That's probably 75% of the draft. When you draft players, you draft them for their skill set. You don't draft them to complete you. You draft them for their skill set, and you use that skill set amongst your scheme. And then you teach them the nuance of the game. And when they put it together, that's when you get a Justin Jefferson, you get a Jamar Chase, you get a T. Higgins, you get a Jackson Dart. Hopefully Harbaugh could develop a system around this kid like he did with Lamar Jackson. I'm not saying he's Lamar Jackson, but he can be Dart, and they can build a system for him just like they did for Jackson. You think Lamar Jackson would be Lamar Jackson and Harbaugh made him play like Joe Flacco? No, they built the system around his skill set. That's important, man. But go ahead, man. I've been saying this for years, bro. You ain't giving me no news, Miss Trainer. You're doing that.
Yeah, no doubt. All right. And I'm with you. It has been a lack of development. And look, man, you get these draft picks, you got to do something with it. And just like she says, it's really killing you in the second and third rounds, in the later rounds, because those are the guys that's supposed to create depth on your team. You know, you don't got no depth, then why? Because you got a bunch of, late round picks starting for you. You know what I'm saying? That shouldn't even be out there. They should be on the bench developing, learning. And that's been the problem. And they come in right away and start. They got to come in right away and start. And we all know that bugaboo third round where the Giants have struggled for years, picking third round players. It's got to change. You got to get to a point where not all your draft picks don't have to be stars, but you're getting contributions on your team from your third, your fourth, and your fifth round picks. That's the point you got to get to. Like Pat said, it ain't about having all these draft picks or having a bunch of first rounders or taking a bunch of players with high upside. You got to do something with some of these lower round picks. They're not just nobodies. Right. Everybody looking at the first round talent, second round talent. Nah, man, I want you to hit them singles in that third. That's why I love the draft. I love looking at the third, fourth, fifth, sixth round picks because those are the gems. And you got a GM that can get something out of them third, fourth, and fifth round picks. Now you cooking because anybody could pick a fucking first round talent. And that's how I feel about it. But let's get to something else here. I asked the question. We asked the question: do the Giants have a lack of homegrown talent? And I'm gonna key that into my next question, which is the Giants defense the best defense in this division? Is the Giants defense the best defense in this division? So that is the question we're going to ask. Let's get to. So you want to take a look at the NFC East, and we're going to do that. We're going to do that. First, let's take a look at, because they got them updated now on our lads. If I can clear out the R ads from but so this is the Giants defense. So we're gonna start with the Giants defense, of course, just so we get a clear picture of what we're working with here. Okay, so you got Burns, you got Dex, you got Roy Harris Robinson right now as your that other DT, and you got Abdul Carter, of course, on the end playing the edge with Burns. Okay, you got Micah McFadden, your Will, Tremaine Edmonds, your Mike. You got a Debo corner, Newsome the other corner. Then you got Holland and Newman. Depth-wise, for the Giants, of course, you got Chauncey Golston, Kayvon Thibodeau at the edge. Darius Alexander right now is your backup D tackle. Looks like Darius Muasau and Zaire Barnes is your backup linebackers. And stay tuned. I'm gonna look at Zaire Barnes here in a little bit. Deontay Banks, corner, and then Rico Payton, your other backup corner. That ain't good. Darius Washington and Jason Pinnock, your backup safety. So maybe you like that. But if we're rating the Giants defense, say if you had to put them on a scale, Pat, from 1 to 10. Because we're going to do this with every team in the NFC East. We're going to see who got the best defense. We're going to be thorough. You know what I like to do. All right. 1 to 10. What you giving the Giants defense? Then I'm gonna rate it.
I'm gonna give it a 7, only because Javon Holland starting at free safety. You take Javon Holland and put Darius Washington there, I actually give him an 8. And reason why is because I like Roy Robinson Harris, or Harris Robinson, whichever one it is. I always get his name messed up. I actually like him next to Dexter Lawrence, man. That dude can play, man. Give him an opportunity. That dude can show you can play. You know, Abdul Carter and Brian Burns and Kayvon Thibodeau are going to be handling the edge. Dexter Lawrence, you know what he is. I like Marlon Tui Palutu. I like Darius Alexander. Chauncey Golston is a veteran. He can play some football, given a chance. And look out for that Caleb Murphy guy, too. He's pretty good, too. I like him, too. McFadden and Tremaine Edmonds as your linebackers. Yeah, you want to upgrade from McFadden, but he's no bum. Even though he misses tackles, he's not a bum. Like, he can play. If they teach him how to tackle, I will actually like him as a starting linebacker or will linebacker. Like, that dude, he gets it when it comes to He's shooting the gap. That dude gets through there like a champ. He just misses the damn tackle, bro. That's annoying as hell.
Yeah, that is annoying.
And those backup linebackers, you got to get a little bit better than that. A lot of them are great on special teams. We'll see what they got to move outside. In the cornerback room, if Adebo is healthy, I like him and Newsom. They'll compete. That's for sure. But we can get better at the corner position for sure.
Yeah, no doubt, bro. Okay, so you giving it a 7. Yeah, I ain't gonna do him dirty. I think I'm gonna go right there with you at a 7. Because that front 7 is real good.
Mm-hmm.
That back end though, oof, I'm still nervous.
I mean, you can be nervous, but it's not like they trash.
Nah, yeah, it ain't.
I think that because that defense played a whole lot better when Charlie got in there, when Chuck got in there.
Chuck, yeah.
They played a hell of a lot better.
It ain't as bad as it was,
I got his name already.
Who, Charlie Bullen?
No, not Charlie, but the dude that we had before. Got fired.
Shane Bone.
Yeah, Shane Bone.
Shane Bone, yeah. All right. Now we're gonna look at we gave the Giants a 7, so we're gonna look at the Commanders. We are asking the question: who has the best? Do the Giants have the best defense in the division? I was thinking last night, and I was looking at some of these depth charts, and I was like, oh no, this might be a good question. All right, so here's what the Commanders are putting out there right now. This is their updated chart. You see the signings and highlighted right there in orange. So they got Odafe Owe, Deron Payne, Javon Kinlaw, and Chiason, Kaylavon Chiason,
and Clavon
Chason. All right. Frankie Louisville, Leo Chanel is your linebackers, inside linebackers. You got Trey Amos, Nick and Mike Sandstrill, and Amik Robertson as your corners. You got Will Harris and Nick Cross as your free safety and strong safety. Backups, notable backups. You got Dorrance Armstrong, Jerzon Newton, Tim Settle, and Charles Omehu. Backing up in your on your D line. Jordan Magee, Nick Bellor is your backup linebackers. Trey Hawkins III. Lord have mercy. Jeremy Reeves, Quan Martin, Darius Rush, and Tyler Owens coming off the bench in the secondary. What you rating the Commanders defense, bro?
Man, I'm rating these boys a 5. These boys need some. They better go get Sonny Styles. Or man.
This shit ain't this
if
shit.
Avril Reese can fall to him, maybe. Man, Odoye he cool, but he ain't great. And Clavon Chason, that dude's iffy. Kinlaw's pretty good. Payne is pretty good.
What's good with you? Yeah.
Man, Frankie Louisville, he has his issues. He overruns everything. Leo Chanel, is that just KC's scheme? We don't know yet. Shout out to Trey Amos. We talked to him at the draft. Is he ready to be the number 1 guy?
He's their number 1 corner, bro. Yeah.
The Lions, they got rid of Merrick Robinson for a reason. He was getting scorched out there. And then Mike Sarensteele, he's tough. He's tough as nails. He's like a bigger version of Andrew Phillips. He's pretty good. But Will Harris and Nick Cross, Nick Cross, he's a safety that could go down in the box and bang with him. And Will Harris, I got to see a little bit more from Will Harris. But, man, you got Trey Hawkins coming in or somebody, man. That's worse than the East.
Try.
Yeah, them boys a solid 5, but if they get a good draft, it'll be on. But dang,
I don't know. I guess Deron Payne and Oweh and Ken Law. I guess Lawrence Armstrong. I guess that would be the strength of their defense.
gotta be.
But it ain't nowhere near what the Giants got. So yeah, I'm with you. I'd give them a 5.5 because they might be
They're
able
gonna
to get
have
after.
to be tough and opportunistic, bro.
Yeah. They're gonna have to score a lot of points. Hope Jaden Daniels. Hey. I know you being sarcastic, bro. Nobody's scared of that defense. All right, man. Let's get
a plot against them right now. I'm trying to get 30.
All right, let's go to Dallas. Let's see what Dallas got cooking over there. So here's what we got in Dallas. They don't have any DNs. Is this an error? Hold up. Let me refresh this shit.
Yeah, they run a 3-5.
Nah, they ain't got none, bro. Ain't got no DNs.
Oh wow.
I guess. All right. Well.
Oh, that's because they listed. Okay. Yeah, they're running a 3-4. Yeah, they're running a 3-4. So they listed Rashawn Gary as a left outside linebacker.
Gary, that's right. So they only got what's this dude's name? How you pronounce his name? You better with these pronunciations than me.
Otito. Yeah, Otito Abanya.
Abanya. So they got him. Bunga. Him. Kenny Clark, Quentin Williams, and Rashawn Gary.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. DeMarvion Overshown, he's pretty good. Shamar
when he's healthy.
Donovan Izuruku, Siobhan Ravel is your corner. Deron Bland, Kobe Durant, Malik Hooker, and Jalen Thompson. Ugh.
Oh man.
Ugh.
I'm gonna give these boys a 6 because of the punts. Really? Shit. No wonder they was trying to get all those guys in trades.
Yeah, I'm telling you, they hurting over there.
Man, they DB room look as bad as ours. Might be worse.
Oh, hurting on defense.
Oh my goodness. And they backups up. Yeeks.
Yeah, Sam Williams.
Oh my goodness.
James Houston.
If we can run, listen. I ain't trying to change the subject.
Okay.
But against both these teams, the Commanders and the Cowboys, if we run the ball, that's their ass. Because if they have to start worrying about the run and that play, man, all right. Yeah, these boys, I give them a 6 just because of Quentin Williams, Kenny Clark, Rashawn Gary, and Abanya. Those guys are solid. Like, that's solid.
Yeah.
You got maybe 2 All-Pros and 2 Pro Bowlers extra on that with those 4. So yeah. They did right with the front 4. I'll say the front 4 because those linebackers overshown goes down.
What about but who's this guy? Otito?
Yeah, from the Chargers. He's tough as nails, bro. Like he plays the run.
I don't know a lot about him.
He plays the run and can get after the quarterback. You know, he's decent. And then if you add that to Kenny Clark and Quentin Williams and Rashad Gary, if Rashad Gary is playing, football, that's a front four that can get after it. Real talk.
I'm gonna tell you what though, they can't sustain no injuries. One guy goes down, bro,
yeah.
It's a wrap because your backups is woo.
Try.
Yeah.
One good injury, bro.
I'm gonna give him a 6. I'm gonna give him a 6 because I'm with you because I think yeah, they're gonna add some pieces too, but right now, yeah, man, I think they're a bit better than the Commanders. That's why I'm gonna give them a 6. Commanders might actually have a deeper team. Cowboys got some holes, bro.
Yeah, the Commanders got a deeper team. They starters are not as good, but they got a deeper team.
They got a deeper team. Yep.
Man, run the ball. Run the ball.
Yeah, bro. Iman Perry, what's good with you? NYT, man, what's good? Yeah, they can't cover anybody. Woo, they gonna the Giants gonna light them boys up this year, boy.
Man, bro.
If they get Skattebo and Neighbors
I know you don't like the receiver room, but I can see Austin and Mooney getting off on these dudes, bro.
Yeah, on this team, hell yeah. I'm saying they're gonna struggle when they play teams that got some corners that's physical. But these dudes, they ain't it. Yeah, dang, I ain't know they actually everybody talking about the Cowboys. Like, I'm like,
that's why I love looking at these rosters. Thank you.
Yeah, man. Yeah, you gotta break it down. Two Giants. Drew, what's good with you, man? Appreciate you tapping in, bro.
Man, this is bad.
This is pretty rough. All right, we got one more. So far, we rated the Giants defense a 7. Commanders, Pat gave them a 5. I gave them a little bit better, 5.5. I might go 6 after looking at this Cowboys,
right?
Because they look about the same. We both gave Dallas a 6. So now we going to Philly. And we're going to look at the Eagles defense and what they did so far. And we're just looking as far as, how comparing with the New York Giants, basically. So, all right. Philadelphia Eagles. All right, here's what they doing. Defensive end, they got Ojomo. They got defensive line. They got Ojomo, Jordan Davis, Jalen Carter, Nolan Smith. They signed Arnold Egbenetti. He's coming off the bench. They got Byron Young. Ty Robinson over there. And Gabe Hall as the backups on the front 7. Linebacker crew, Zach Bond, Jahai Campbell. In the middle, Madon Jr. and Jeremiah Trotter Jr. So 2 juniors on the junior team on the backups. And you got they got Jalen Hurt. Jalix Hurt. Jalix Hunt. Look like Jalen Hurts. Jalix Hunt. And Jose Ramirez. Cornerback, safety or secondary room. Quentin Mitchell. Can't talk today. Quentin Mitchell, Marcus Epps, Andrew Makuba. They signed Rick Woolen, and they got Cooper DeJean. Of course, you got Keely Ringo backing up Jonathan Jones, Sam Andre, Michael Carter II, Jacorin Bennett coming off the bench for the Eagles. So that's what the Eagles are putting out there. What you ranking the Eagles defense, Pat? We ranking them on a scale from 1 to 10. So just for the chat, what you giving Philly, man? We done looked at everybody else. What's up?
I'm only giving Philly a better grade than the Giants because of the cornerback room. I'll give them an 8. But Jalen Carter, they're getting tired of his antics over there. Jordan Davis, I mean, he can affect the game, but he isn't like no game breaker to me. Ojomo, not scared of him. Nolan Smith Jr., not scared of him. Both our tackles can handle those dudes easily. The Smith is too small. Zach Bond, he does play all over the field. Let's see what he does when Jahad Campbell's the starting middle linebacker now instead of Nakobe Dean. But Zach Bond is legit. You getting Jeremiah Trotter and Jahad Campbell is still out there on those guys. Can they handle the green dot? And Jalix Hunt, I'm not worried about him. And I'll be honest with you, I've seen Quinyon Mitchell get the business, even though they were hyping him up to be this lockdown dude. It's really because that defense was getting mad pressure like that. But now, let's see if they can still get that pressure because they had some issues last year.
Yeah.
Rick Woolen, I like the Rick Woolen signing, but can they control them? Them Philadelphia players, they do what they want. So can they control what Rick Woolen is? And then Cooper DeJohn, he's pretty good. I like Andrew McCooper too. But Marcus Epps, we can attack. But I'll give them a 8, 7.5, 8 because of the secondary combined with the front seven. It's all right. But them dudes can be had too. Run the ball, bro. On each one of these defenses, our defense too. Run the ball.
When you looking at the Giants front seven and you looking at Philly's front seven, I don't know, bro. They got a deep team, but when we looking at the Giants, they actually got a pretty deep team too, in their front seven. So yeah, if you basing it off the secondary, I think Philly's secondary is better.
Yeah,
just because of the corners, not because of the safeties. I mean, I'm not big on, you got Cooper DeJohn. I mean, but he's a nickel, whatever, man. But Marcus Epps and Andrew Makuba, ain't nobody worried. I'm not worried about
them. Turned to be pretty good, but
I'm not worried about.
I'm not worried about, like you said, I'm not worried about those two safeties like that. Yeah. And then if they trade AJ Brown and their offense is not as potent as a plan,
man, they're gonna get cooked. They're gonna get cooked, man.
And you start putting them on that field and they got to worry about pass and run. Yeah. Yeah, bro. Like this division is there.
Yeah, it really is, man. So just clicking back to the Giants defense real quick, man. I mean, Dex, Burns, and Carter, you comparing them to Davis, Carter, and Ojomo. I mean, then you compare Zach Bond and Jahad Campbell to Micah McFadden and now Tremaine Edmonds. That Tremaine Edmonds signing helps a lot because it evens out the Giants defense a lot because now it's comparison. Now it's comparable to Philly in that front seven. Combining the D tackles and linebackers and everybody. The secondary is I do have to give them the edge because we seen what Rick Woolen can do. Quinyon Mitchell, that's better than Odebo and Greg Newsome. I'm just sorry, it is. I hate Javon Holland. I hate that he's on this team. So I have to downgrade the Giants defense, or I should say upgrade Philly's defense slightly over the Giants. So
yeah,
I'm gonna I'm gonna give him a 7.5, bro. Honestly, I'm gonna split hairs. I'm gonna give him a half grade there. Just a half grade better than the Giants defense. That's why I put this together. That's why I asked this question, because I think if the Giants get a Caleb Downs or Sonny Styles on their team, they might have the best defense in this division.
I'm gonna say this, man. I'm gonna say this, and this goes for each one of these defenses in the NFC. Y'all better get y'all chin straps buckled, because they're gonna run the ball against the NFC East. They're gonna run the ball against these teams, bro, because Jalen Carter and Jordan Davis, they're not getting to the outside stopping the run. Is Nolan Smith gonna hold the edge for you? You see what I'm saying? Is Jahad Campbell one of those linebackers that can slash in and get somebody in the backfield? I don't think him or Trotters like that, and I don't know anything about Jalen Hunt. To be honest with you, like if he was a player last year, which I don't think he was hitting very well. And if you got to worry about the run, I'm sorry. I think Quinyon Mitchell can be had, because both of those guys play very aggressive, and if they miss, Reek Wood can get scorched a little bit too if he misses.
Yeah, we've seen it.
You know, I don't. I'm not too excited about any of these defenses over here in the NFC East, to be honest with you. It's not like they really scare you like that. And what hurts us, the Giants, is our safety room.
Yeah.
Hopefully, look, I'll be honest with you. I'm starting to Darius Washington over Javon Holland. And if Newman can't get good angles, I'm starting our boy that we got rid of, Pinnock. I'm starting Pinnock over him. But our third safety should be Pinnock with a Darius Washington out there as well. So they're gonna switch playing the third safety role. I think more heavy run is gonna be Pinnock, more heavy pass is gonna be a Darius Washington. But we gotta get something out of Javon Holland or get him replaced.
Yeah, man.
I like Newman, but if he can't play that third safety role better or get better angles when it comes to tackling, you put Caleb Downs on that team, bro. Yeah.
See what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying? Or if you put Sonny Styles, the run game should be locked up. You put Sonny Styles with Tremaine Edmonds with that front seven, and we can stop the run. Yeah. Oh no, man, we might have the best defense out there. It just depends on what we do in the draft. But right now, just keeping it real with you, it's the Eagles, because their secondary, I think, is a lot better than what we are. But if Newsom and Adebo, maybe he was being used wrong. I don't know. But if they can get something out of those two, and I think we do have a coach that'd be like, I don't give a damn what you getting paid. You getting the bench.
Yeah, man.
That's what
man. Yeah. Man, Cave, Mosley, appreciate y'all tapping in. Yeah, man. So we went through it. We got the grades out. Giants 7. Pat gave the Commanders a 5. I gave him a little bit better, 5.5. Both gave the Cowboys a 6, which I'm tempted to lower that grade. And the Eagles, Pat gives an 8. I give a 7.5. So both pretty much saying the Eagles have the Giants by just a hair as far as the defense is concerned. Next week, we'll look at the offenses. How about we do that? But I do want to take a look at a player as we go to our next little segment here. All right, so we looked at the linebacker room, and Micah McFadden, Tremaine Edmonds, Darius Muasau, all known, but they got this Zaire Barnes cat on the roster. So this unpopular opinion sports, I do like to show some love to some of the lesser known players. So we are going to take a look at, that's big. I wanted to scroll. We're going to take a look at Zaire Barnes. Little known Giants. There we go. Zaire Barnes. So this is your backup linebacker. Oh, it's got me on the wrong screen. Sorry. But here we go. Zaire Barnes highlights. But so Barnes got in a game, Pat, while that loads up last year. Don't know if you remember a game against the Patriots. Had 13 tackles.
He played pretty
8
well.
solos, 5 assisted, 1 sack.
Yeah,
So,
I remember that game.
Yeah, so this kid right here, Zaire Barnes, you see the stats up there, 6'1", 232, 26 years old, out of Western Michigan, 6th-round pick from the New York Jets. And we like to take a look at some of these players because you got to be honest, man. You know, you want one of these guys to pop. You want one of these guys to come out of nowhere and surprise you. And you see a little bit of his highlights there. But Zaire Barnes, man, mostly on special teams, but he did have a game against the Patriots. So can Zaire Barnes be, I'm just going to put it like this, can he be a good depth piece at linebacker for the Giants to where the Giants don't have to really press? You know, they got Barnes, they got Muasau. Are you comfortable giving this guy a shot?
Heck yeah, you give this guy a shot. I like Zaire Barnes, especially as a special teams guy. Our special teams might be awesome this year. I'm just gonna keep it a buck. Our special teams might be awesome. Like, we got special teams players all throughout this roster as far as getting down there and covering kicks and things. But I like this guy, man. When I seen him play with the Patriots, okay, it was 46. He out there, he doing his thing.
Yeah. We remember we was calling that game. We was like, we kept saying, who
the hell is Zaire Barnes? So to have guys like him as a backup, not a starter.
Right, exactly. That's why I said good depth. Yeah,
that's our problem. We got to have guys like this starting for us.
Mm-hmm.
No, you don't want him as a starter. Maybe if your starter get hurt for 3 games, this guy could come in and do what he did. You know, he had 12 tackles, 8 solo on that Patriots game, and a sack. You know what I'm saying? Like, these are good pinch hitter type guys. And I like Zaire Barnes. I think he should make this roster, and I think he will make this roster. And hell, you can keep him around after Michael McFadden leaves if he doesn't prove himself in this 1-year deal. Because he gives you a lot on special teams. So he's going to be active. His blood is going to be pumping. Hey, you can bring him in there in some spot duty sometimes when somebody needs a rest. You know, 3 or 4 or 5 plays out throughout the game. You know what I'm saying? So this is the type of guys, these are the type of glue guys that I've been talking about for the past couple of years that you need on this team. You can't look at every guy as, oh, he needs to be a superstar or he needs to be. No, you don't. Some guys have roles. That's why it's a 55-man roster. It's not a 22-man roster. It's a 55-man roster. You need these type dudes to be able to come off the bench and give you some spot duty. They're like pinch hitters in baseball. When you call on them, they need to come in there, do the job, get out the field. Let's get the starter back in there. That's why I'm with drafting Sonny Styles.
Yeah.
Because if you got Sonny Styles and Tremaine Edmonds as your starter, you solid. Then you got Michael McFadden,
Muasau, and Barnes.
And Barnes coming off the bench.
Nice. That's nice.
A nice core.
Yeah.
You don't need Ray Lewis, Patrick Willis, Luke Kuechly. Like, come on, bro. You can't have all those dudes on the squad like that. So yeah, I'm glad you did this. This was dope. Zaire Barnes. Yeah, I like him. I like him a lot.
Yeah, we're gonna call this one Little Known Giants. Dive into some of the lesser known Giant players on the roster. Today we was looking at Zaire Barnes. He's got a shot, man. He's got a shot to carve himself a nice little backup role on his team. So, most definitely, man. But we're gonna wrap this one up, man, with a little on the money or out of pocket. You know, I like to crack jokes and stuff and do these type things. So, I do got a couple queued up. Let me make sure I got my all right, yeah, we're just gonna do 3 because I gave you the Cam Skattebo one a little early. I was a little anxious for that, but all right. So not necessarily football related. I'll just be pulling shit off the internet, to be honest with you. All right, let's all right, on the money or out of pocket. Let's get back to this.
Out of pocket for that shit. Way out of pocket.
All right, man. First on the list, Mr. Todd Monken. Your boy Todd Monken says Todd Monken spent all the money on his Ravens account after he was fired by the team. Monken made sure every last dollar was spent before he left Cleveland. Let's take a listen to that old Todd here.
Coach, what's up, man? How are you, man?
Good. All good.
Me and Zach.
Hi, Zach.
Hey, go Dogs, man.
Go Dogs.
Thank
You
man.
bet.
I knew.
Yeah.
He was lurking over here.
I wonder what it was. I knew there was something there. Oh, Mike.
How are you?
I'm good. Fantastic. Good to see you.
Todd looking fresh.
We got elephant in the room. All right. I mean, Jordan gear here, just looking cool and casual.
Actually, there's a story behind it.
Okay.
So I had like $500 worth of Nike gear from the Ravens.
Right.
And before they fired me, I thought I'd spend the money. So I found this outfit down there and I bought it. It's a true story. They were going to shut my account down. I said, I better use the money.
You got to get that allotment.
100%.
Yeah, I love it.
Well, gentlemen, thank you.
Hey,
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Spend that extra allotment too.
Exactly.
You gotta
I know.
take it all
I know. I have more money to
Look,
spare.
it's not fresh.
But that whole true
Fresh.
story. I had like $500. My wife's like, you got like $500. You got to spend your Nike money. I looked on there. I think everything else was sold out other than the Vanilla Ice outfit. I said, okay, I'll go with the Vanilla Ice outfit here. And see if I can put it together today on my one time I get to be in front of you guys.
All right, Todd, Mr. Todd Monken spent all his Ravens money just before they was able to shut the account down. Is Todd Monken on the money or out of pocket?
Man, let me play this real quick.
Big Pat's game plan. This week's key matchups.
And this key matchup, man, this man was on the money. And I mean, literally, he said, hey, look, I already know what y'all finna do to me. You finna get me up out of here. So before you shut down my account, I'm gonna go ahead and get these fresh digs before y'all get rid of me. Hey, that's all the money. And he fresh. Like Tom Monkey, fresh in his thing here, man. So yeah, man, he on the money, man. Shout out to Tom Monkey. This dude is a real dude, man. You can tell people follow him as far as a coach. You can I read personalities and everything, man. Like that's a dude that you can literally follow. He has balance. He's not no super general and he's not no super goofball. You know, he knows when to be tough and he knows when to joke around with you. You know what I'm saying? He'd be like, hey, look, get your ass out there, do what you're supposed to do. And then when you do the play, it hit you on the back and laugh. See, I told you can do it. Just go out there and get it done, man. You know what I'm saying? So he's that type of coach. That's why Harbaugh wanted him over here. But the Browns gave him a head coaching job. You can't turn down head coach money. I'm sorry, you just can't. But on the money, man.
Real
we gonna
shit,
be
man.
and that interview that he went to, we gonna be doing that soon, bro. Watch.
Mm-hmm.
I already see it. Go ahead.
Mm-hmm.
That's another conversation.
Can't wait. But yeah, so next up, on the money or out of pocket, fast food restaurant beef. Church's Chicken versus Popeyes. They are going at it. Read the tweet. Church's Chicken. And who tasted your biscuits? Popeyes. They really need to hire somebody to taste their food, to be fair. Church's Chicken said, and who tasted your biscuits? Popeye said, glad we could make you relevant again. And Church's Chicken says, a comeback as dry as them biscuits.
Yo, man, what are we doing, man?
Are these restaurants on the money or out of pocket, man, for taking a restaurant beef to Twitter?
They out of pocket, man. My biscuits are more buttery than yours. My chicken more golden brown than yours. Man, get out of here, man. This is both ploys by both. Yeah.
Way out of pocket. What do you gain from that?
Well, they might gain some more customers. This is a whole ploy by Church's Chicken and Popeye's Chicken together. Let's create a rap beef like they do in the rap game. Let's create a fake rap beef and let's sell these records. So,
let's sell these thighs.
Yeah, let's sell these thighs, wings, and breasts and drumsticks, man. Get you a bucket of Popeyes or Church or KFC. We don't roll with KFC no more.
Yeah.
Man, we got Golden Chick out here trying to get in the game. Yeah, they got to do something. Do something.
All right. All right. All right. On the money or out of pocket? Woman tells crying mother, get your effing baby out of the bar. Who do you think is right here? Let's play the clip.
I mean, you're 22, get out. I'm 27. Get your baby out of a bar. You guys are idiots. Why would you do that? Why would you do this for your kid? He's having fun. No, he's not having fun. You're an idiot. You're an idiot. You won $9,800. Get your kid out of the bar. Jamie, is that your name? No, it's not. Get your kid out of the bar. You have a baby in a bar.
She's filming you, and I'm actually gonna call the police. What are you? You're leaving. You're harassing them. They have children.
Are you harassing them?
This is a bar. You're
I'm going to. I mean,
all right.
You're 22. Get out.
Baby in bar. Woman tells the other woman, get your fucking baby, her words, quote, get your fucking baby out of the bar. Is she out of pocket? Is the woman for having a kid in the bar out of pocket? Is the owner telling the lady to leave out of pocket? Who's out of pocket here?
I think everybody's out of pocket here except for the lady that tells her to get the kid out of the bar. It's a bar. Why are babies in bars now? What are we doing here, man? What are we doing here? This lady's obviously had a few drinks, and she notices a cry in the background. I'm sipping on my Crown or whatever she's sipping on. It looks pretty expensive, whatever she'll be sipping on. Looks like she's well taken care of. And she's like, there's a baby in here. I came in here to get away from my kids. What is this noise that I'm here? No. Get that fucking kid out of here, man.
trying to get drunk.
I'm trying to have a good time. My husband's been out of town for 3 months with his secretary. I'm taking care of his kids. I finally got my mother-in-law to watch him for a few hours. I'm going to the bar and I'm having me a drink, a well-deserved drink, it looks like. And then she hears a baby in the background. She had a flash, like, well, what are y'all doing here? She thought it was her kids for a second. What are y'all doing here? No, I think the one, maybe she could have used different language. Maybe you don't use that type of language in front of the baby.
You can't curse out a baby.
You know what I'm saying? She didn't curse out the baby. She cursed out the mother.
I mean, essentially, you cursing out the baby, though. Like,
you know what I'm saying? Yeah, get the fucking baby out of here. You know what I'm saying? But, I mean, this whole situation is out of pocket. What? Is this a literal bar, or is this like a Chili's or something with a bar in there? I don't know.
It looks like a bar from the background. I see the,
you know what I'm saying?
The glass
like
is hanging up.
Yeah, if it's an actual bar, why are kids allowed in there? You see what I'm saying? And even if you were at a Chili's, why are you taking a baby up there by the bar? But I mean, this world is crazy, man. You know, same thing with the Skattebo thing. It's just looking for a story. But that lady was obviously frustrated. She did not want to hear squealing baby while she's drinking whatever mimosa, whatever she's drinking. She did not want to hear that, and she was triggered. Get that fucking baby out of here, man. Get him out of here.
Get him out of here.
You are an idiot. So I don't know, man. You know, everything's sensitive now, bro. But the whole situation's out of pocket, and the people who let that baby in there are out of pocket. If that's an actual bar, like how do they even get in there? Don't you have to be a certain age limit to get into a damn bar?
Oh, the mom was old enough to get in the bar, just not the baby.
You know what I'm saying? But I don't know, man.
But all right, one last one. I'm gonna give y'all one more. Nets forward Josh Minot played with Cat for 2.5 years, man. I know him like this. He don't like physicality. I love Cat, but he don't like physicality. That's my boy. But I hope this angers him. Let's hear what Nets forward Josh Minot has to say.
I played with Cat for 2.5 years, man. I know him like this. He don't like physicality. I love Cat, but he don't like physicality. That's my boy too, but I hope this angers him too. But yeah, no, I say just like we were real connected on, you know, bringing that physicality to him. You know, he started snapping in the second half. He's a really talented player, but I mean, yeah, no, we're gonna do everything in our power to stop him for sure. Appreciate you. Thanks, Josh.
All right, Josh.
I played with Cat for 2.5 years, man.
Minot. Was he out of pocket for these comments? Calling Cat Towns. Basically what I've been saying. I know it's football, but this is out of pocket. I mean, this is on the money out of pocket. Is it on the money out of pocket? Saying Cat don't like physicality. I hope this angers him. Is he out of pocket for trying to piss off Karl Anthony Towns? Who, by the way, had a pretty good game against the Nets, but it's the Nets. What's your thoughts, Pat?
I think he's on the money. And if they are friends like that, these are the type of friends that you need in your life. Let's just keep it a buck. Everybody know Cat Towns is a little soft when he goes down there playing down there by the basket. The way he moves at a 7-footer is not what a 7-footer should look like when he goes down on the post. So if they are truly friends, and then, you know, like I said, he might do a quote unquote beef between Josh Minot and Karl Anthony Towns, whatever. But that's a true friend. Bro, I know you ain't physical, and we're gonna get physical with you, and hopefully it gets you mad. Punch me in the face. Do what you gotta do. You're way more talented than what you're showing. So if a friend wants you to realize your talent, he'll say things like this. And he'll be willing to take a punch in the face. Y'all patch it up. But if he gets you to that place where you need to be, he did his damn job, definitely as a friend. nigga, you soft. And you shouldn't be. I mean, that's basically what it is. He's just saying, look, this dude is way more talented than me. Even though he's showing 22-5-2, that's pretty good to be on the Nets. But that's like me and you. If one of us is showing that we ain't doing what we're supposed to do, won't we call it out?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's only gonna make you better. So he's right on the money. He's right on the money.
Yeah, I think he's on the money too. And I like this player. Josh Minot called the game last weekend. And he played pretty well last week. He's been playing pretty well for the Nets. A young player, and he's on the money because I've been saying the same goddamn thing. The Knicks aren't going to win until Karl Anthony Towns toughen his ass up. But that being said, this has been on the money or out of pocket, man. So y'all appreciate y'all tapping in, and we get ready to wrap this one up.
All right.
Out of pocket for that shit. Way out of pocket.
All right, man. So this has been New York Giants Conversations, man. Had a pretty good one today. Appreciate everybody tapping in, everybody that pulled up for the show today. Gonna be doing these on Sundays. We will be getting into some some draft stuff as well. Gonna be looking at some prospects. I'm gonna get to work on that and queue up some prospects to look at, man. Possibilities for the New York Giants to draft. We're gonna start diving into that on New York Giants Conversation. Stay tuned though, because we double dipping now with the Giants. We got New York Giants full access too on Tuesdays with that man right there, Mr. Big Pat Sports Talk. So I'll be over there with him, and we'll be getting into some more Giants news and notes over there. So tap in, and we triple dipping with the New York Giants, because look out for New York Giants Battlegrounds. New York Giants Battlegrounds will be coming back Saturday. We got it set up. We got a debate. It's going to be me, Pat, Coach Ed, maybe somebody else. We'll see. But y'all stay tuned, man. We got you covered on Unpopular Opinion Sports and the Aboriginal Sports Network for all your New York Giants news. And yeah, man. But March Madness kicking off. So we're going to get up out of here, man. But last words, man, before we tap out, Pat.
Not much, man. Giants Convo. Always good to come in and have some conversations about the Giants. You know, you got full access that gives you the breaking news and things. And then you got Giants Convo, man, where you lay back and let's talk about those breaking news things, man. That's what we do here. We give you balance, you know. Giants Conversations. These are some of the conversations we need to have about the New York Giants. And that defense, man. Hey, look.
Thinking, don't it? I'm telling
you. We got a chance. We hit this draft. We got a chance, man, in the NFC East. Especially if A.J. Brown leaves. The Eagles? Yeah, we got a chance, man. But we'll see, man. This has been Giants Convo. Love this show, man.
All right, man. Until next time, y'all know what it is, man. We're going to get up out of here, man. Peace.
Welcome to Giants Convo.